Hello guys and welcome back. Just thought I would do a bit of an update video on the Astra because unfortunately I haven't had time to film the work I've been doing, but I just thought I'll give you a bit of a walk round. But with a little bit of an added bonus, I've got the car's other version, which is kind of missed a little notch in my mind of when I normally keep up the track with cars. We'll get to that in a minute, I'll show you. So what have we got? We'll see. Yeah, we've got an Astra GTC as well. Now, it's totally gone out my mind. I know they do these in the hatchback form like this and the estate form, but I totally forgot they don't do a standard 3-door Astra in the Astra J range. It's classed as the GTC. They don't call it, it's a different name of car. Obviously they put them ginormous wheels on. For some reason they lift the suspension up, I don't know why. They don't do, like, this is a regular 5-door, they do a regular estate. I don't know why they don't do a regular 3-door. Unless I'm wrong, people, please update me in the comments below. But I don't recall this shape of Astra ever being available in a standard 3-door form when they're not called the GTC. I know the GTC is just another name for it being a 3-door, but they do all this kind of like weird stuff with huge massive wheels, and they actually like lift the suspension up as well. If you look at, say, this is also an SRI, this example, and obviously this is an SRI standard car, and the gap is huge on the suspension, and it's got massive, I don't know what size are these, 19-inch wheels, makes them look tiny. So yeah, I just don't know why they never did a standard 3-door S or SE Astra. Strange one. But anyways, that's just that. I wanted to show, first of all, we'll go around and we'll show the differences. Not a great deal really in length. They do look a hell of a lot wider. I don't know if it's just with the wheels in the stance. It might just be the wheels in the stance possibly. But I do know they're pretty similar underneath, almost identical. Yeah, I'm not criticising these. I quite think that alright-ish. I'm not massively keen on the huge wheels and stuff, but maybe if they did a 4-wheel drive version of that, it would be quite good. But yeah, we'll just do a bit of a comparison walk around, and then I'll get on to what I've been doing with this. And that's actually just been in for an aircon recharge. So yeah. Obviously this is a lot newer, it's only got 30,000 miles as well. But yeah, we'll have a quick look inside of this because it's absolutely ice cold. It's lovely because I've just done the aircon and it's a nice place to be, let's just put it that way. So we'll hop in and we'll have a look around the interior of this car. As you can see, only 38,000 miles. It's pretty much like a new car. It's never been used. This uses the F40 gearbox, which is a much better gearbox, I will say, but hey ho, beggars can't be choosers. Almost identical dash apart from this has got the stop-start nonsense, which that doesn't, which I'm pleased. And I'll show you under the bonnet shortly as well. But yeah, not much of a window for the backseat passenger back there, but all the same spec as mine, apart from this has got a limiter, not just cruise control. Automatic lights, for some reason I don't know why mine doesn't, and rain sensing wipers. Bar that. The only thing I will say I do like, this has got a nice old-fashioned handbrake. A bit strange to see a car 4 years newer with a manual handbrake, yet that one's got the automatic one. But yeah, that's it in here. I'll pull the bonnet, because we'll get to that in a minute. But this is more of just an update on my Astra. This is just something I've got in, which I thought I'll put side by side. Obviously, we'll just quickly jump into this, which I'll show you on the inside, that I've been on, giving it a good clean, and I think that's come up as good as I need it to ever come up for what I'm going to be using it for. As well as around the back, yeah, as you can see, I've given it a full polish and clean. Looks $1 million. In the back, I'm getting it dog ready. I just need my other cover to put on the back seats. I've got that draped across there and the parcel shelf took out, because that's exactly what this is going to get used for, me dogs, and just a general runabout. But yeah, I'm really pleased how it's come out inside. Over the moon, actually. Cleaned all the front up, cleaned all the door shuts. But if you just remember where I've been sitting in there, one other thing I've done, if you notice, it's got the nice, looks like it's flickering but it isn't, white daylight running lights compared to like this one. The candle power ones, which always go, I am quite impressed with those, I like them. But like I said, they don't flash like that normally. I just want to we'll jump into here first, into mine, and I'll just show you they're basically the same car, to be honest. But obviously this is one of the very first ones, apart from it's boiling hot in here, but the aircon does work. Because 27 degrees on there. The aircon does work. I just haven't got it on because I don't need it on. Only downside to this one, like I said, it's got the M32 gearbox, but this one has been rebuilt, so happy days in this electronic handbrake. But apart from that, it's got everything the other one's got as well, apart from the speed limiter. But standard cruise control does me just fine. And like I've said, in here it's a lot nicer place to be. I've got my phone mount up, happy days. The only difference was, like I've said, was the automatic lights, which I'm not fussed about having, and automatic wipers, which I'm doubly not fussed about having, because they're just a pain in the arse. So we'll jump out. First thing I want to say, from the outside, I don't know how this picks it up on camera. Have you heard how quiet both of them are running, by the way? Listen to this. Then listen to this. And we'll do the same thing now with the bonnets open. Now this is the difference between your Isuzu, you listen to that little sewing machine. And this is your 2 litre Fiat engine. Sounds like a tractor. So this is another reason, don't get me wrong guys, this engine is not perfect in these cars, but when you listen to them and when they're running right like this is, they are absolutely sweet. What I have done is an oil and filter change. Fuel filter was quite minging, it was underneath. Air filter, pollen filter, and I've had the air conditioning serviced, so that's happy days. And I've done a few little checks and improvements here and there, like I've showed you with the lights. The exhaust, believe it or not, that sounds like that in the exhaust. It's totally blown at the back. I need to get that sorted or welded or just temporary bodged for the time being when I get 5 minutes. But yeah, there we go, 2 examples next week. Sure, let us know what you think of this. I'm actually over the moon with how it's come out, and for what it is, it's happy days. Especially that the van's gone. It's a perfect day-to-day runner. The only thing left I'm going to do is, with it having that M32 gearbox, I've heard, I'm just going to get out this wind, I've heard there is some like an adaptation you can do that take 2.2 litres of oil, but if you increase that to 2.8 to 3 litres, it keeps the 6th and 5th gear, which sit higher up in the gearbox, which don't get enough oil, lubricated better. And also you upgrade to like this Fox Titan 75, 80 oil. It's only about 30 quid for 3 litres of it, so I'm going to do that, do a gearbox oil change on it, get the exhaust sorted, and that's it. It's just going to be my day-to-day car. Let us know what you think, guys. Leave a comment below. What do you think of the GTC? Am I right in thinking that they don't just do a bog standard Astra 3-door, or they're all just called the Astra GTC? Don't even know what GTC means. Grand Touring Coupe or something? I don't know. But yeah, let us know what you think. I just thought I'd do a short video, an update on what's going on. I'm running the place on my own. I've got a Porsche coming in shortly to do some coil packs on it. I've got a Langogar to do later on tonight. I've got, on this Astra, a few things left to finish. On my Astra, I've just got the front end to polish on it because I've run out of... I'll go and show you what that is, actually, if you give us one moment. I've just had to come in the office where I've got the dogs. I've got them in the shade. There they are, Hunter and Harvey. Crackers as ever, aren't yous? I know a lot of people, Kit and a few yous, have all been saying how much you enjoy seeing the dogs. Obviously, he's more than recovered from any issues he's had when he had his operation. He's an absolutely cracking little dog. But him, he's lost in the plot, the old man. We've been away on the weekend to Ingram Valley. He snapped his collar, which he's had for about 5 years, and it's did the Great Escape Act, like Houdini, about 5 or 6 times, and found him in the river. On his own, going round and round in circles, chasing bubbles. Nuts, aren't you? He's saying, don't talk about me like that, don't you? Thinks he's getting wrong, but he's not. Yeah, so anyways, this stuff I've been using, absolutely fantastic. I'm not joking, this bottle's empty now. I've done my whole Caravan twice, the ML twice, the ZX twice, the Saab twice, the Astra. What other car did I do this with? Holly's bits and bobs on Holly's car. In about 17-18 pound, you just simply put it on with a wet cloth, rub it in, and use a microfiber cloth to buff it off. Best stuff I've ever had. I swear to God, it can bring a car up like nothing else. It really, really can. I'm mega impressed with that. What I am going to do is a little list now, and I'm going to come back to you. And there's a few people been sending us buy me a coffee and that. I just want to give you all a shout out, but I genuinely feel a bit guilty of forgetting people's names. So I'm going to go off the video now. You guys won't know any different. I'll come back. I want to do a shout out to a few people because I'm mega appreciative of how much some of you support the channel. So I'll get back to you soon, but to you, it'll be like that. Right, I've got a sort of a list here. You'll have to excuse my pronunciations of it. It's not going to be the best. And if I have missed a few, on Buy Me a Coffee, I can easily go on and see. Super thanks is a bit different. It kind of goes into your monetization. It does come up on comments, but unless I go through every video I've done and look through every single comment, it's a bit difficult. So I do apologise if I forget anybody. So, starting from the top, obviously, I've gone up, this is on the Buy Me a Coffee. We've got Kit. We've got someone called Someone, but I believe it's Carl. Thank you. Neil, Martin, Paul. There's two Pauls. Paul Pilate, Paul Mackin, is it? Kevin X-Type, you coming at the garage. Again, mate, thank you very much. And down to the super thanks, we've got, I think a guy called Fiesta Man, of the Fiesta Man. I think he's left something before. Thank you very much. Any Kite. Thank you very much. He's just recently sent us one. I do appreciate that. And Graham MacDonald as well. They're just a few I could pick out. I kind of go for, obviously, as you can see, I'm having to sort the garage, and I need to get me dinner, and someone's coming in 10 minutes. So I want to try to have me dinner in peace. But let us know what you think of what we've got out there. I do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like. If there's anything you want to say, please, that's what it's all about. Leave a comment. And if you're already watching this, you should have already done it by now. So hit the subscribe. And even if you haven't, take you 2 minutes to register it. If you're watching stuff like this, you may as well just register for an account on YouTube for free and subscribe for free. It's all free, guys. And I'm not going to go on and on every video, but like I said, all the little bits help. They do buy us coffees. I'll just swing the camera around here. It does go towards buying. I got a crate of Coke the other day with the money. There's a tub of biscuits in there. Forget the old packaging, like new packets of biscuits. When I'm passing Aldi, pop. And obviously, it bought me dinner, which I've gotten there, a Subway from the other day. So it does help. I do genuinely spend it on, as it says, buy me a coffee and just helping the channel. Even little bits of money I put to one side goes towards fuel for to go to car shows, to go and pick new cars up. And all the work you see is in little bits and bobs, like the bulbs for that. It's paid for the bulbs in there, the LED running lights. So, you know, it all helps. So if you do, I'm not going to class it as buying coffees and all the rest of it. Just think of it as a tip. If you would give somebody else a tip for doing something for you, think of it as a tip for what I do. I don't do it for myself, and the money I make on it is certainly not worth the time I spend doing it. Trust us, guys. It really isn't. I could be putting so much more time into my projects, my family, and things like that. So don't think I'm rolling in money for what I get. I'm really not. So, right, thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next update video. And I have got other ones, and I know you've all enjoyed that van video I put on. I have got loads of videos like that one with the van. I just didn't want to bore you all to sleep with like hour-long videos of me on at the same job. I just didn't know if people would like that. I assume you do. So yeah, again, come the winter and I've got a lot more time on my hands, I will start doing a bit more. And as I've said, when I get time in the summer, I will. So thanks for watching. Catch you soon.